Everybody, welcome back to Life on the Run. Yeah, Pat and I went for a walk yesterday afternoon, but I didn't film it because I ran out of battery. Yeah, sorry about that, but it was very windy, so I don't know what it'd have been like, but it was very windy last night. We got rocked. Well, I got rocked to sleep. Don't know about Pat. Yeah, it's windy again this morning as well. Yeah, there's plenty of fireworks going off round about. There she is, the Bonnie Beautiful. Pretty Pat. Yeah, we're going back tomorrow. This is us last day here. And I've right enjoyed being here, me. Have you, Pat, or not?
Yeah.
Honest? Is that an honest answer?
Yes, I've enjoyed it.
Good.
Nice scenery.
Good. At one point I thought you were getting bored.
No. No, I'm all right now.
Right.
Thank you.
Good. We've had a right carry on with cows, haven't we?
Oh, wow.
Don't know what's been going on, but it's almost as though a cow has had a calf and they've taken it off it, and it's just been going round this field bawling and shouting for about a good 3 days now. Day and night. It must be starving to death and suffering insomnia, because I don't know, it's beside itself, this poor cow. But anyway, going back to 1985 when I was in France tuning, the arrangement was that I went out there for 10 days, came back, and I bought pianos for them. But a chap in the village in Waddingham let me use an outbuilding, and I bought pianos in any condition, they said. They said they didn't care what condition they were in. Weird. And I bought pianos, and for every piano you buy, we'll give you £40. The price of the piano, of course, and £40. So that's what I did, and then they'd come with a truck, pick them up, take them back, and then I'd go back for 10 days. And I mainly spent most of my time in the shop in Caen, right in the middle of the city. Pianos de France, it was called. Now, when I got there, none of these pianos in the shop had been set up, nor tuned, so I had to go around them all and regulate them all and tune them all. And I also went out on an odd tuning. He'd take me in the car and drop me off, and then I'd ring him when I'd done, and he'd come and pick me up. And on a Mondays they closed the shop, so I had to go to this warehouse. They had a warehouse where they were doing pianos up to sell in the shop. They had a spray booth. They used to just spray, finish them. They didn't even take them to bits. They just sprayed them whole, so to speak. And they did do internal stuff to them. But they had me sort of rough tuning and, well, just getting these old bangers to play something like. I don't know what for they had dealers coming to buy them. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with them, because when I looked at them, most of them were scrap. Anyway, that's what I did there. And they moved me out of the hotel auto bar where I had the episode with the cat. They moved me out of there into a little flat above the shop. It's very basic, it was no special. But there was one, eventually, after a while of going there, I found out I were in a red light district. This shop were in a red light district. Well, like Jekyll and Hyde, this place, it completely changed character on a night. And there were, I don't know, I think there were a courtyard behind the shop, and I was living above the shop. And my bedroom, it had like a frosted glass ceiling, my bedroom, where I used to sleep. And a strange thing happened one night, because I were in bed asleep and I got woken up with screams, women screaming. And I was just laid there listening to this commotion going on somewhere. And then I saw this light, like a spotlight. I could see it coming through the glass. And I got up wondering what it was, and I went to the balcony where I could see down through the shop window. And I saw this police car, and his blue light were going round and round on the roof of the car. And I saw him, there were a bundle of bloke in his underpants into the back of the police car. What the heck's going on? And then this copper that had done this had this massive flashlight in his hand, and he was aiming this flashlight up at the buildings, and he brought it round, and he shone it through the glass where I was, and I dodged back out of the way. I thought, I don't want him to see me, I don't know what he's looking for, but I can't speak French. And I saw this light, searchlight, coming round the room, and I kept running round this room, dodging this bloody searchlight. Because I thought, I don't know, I'm not going to be able to explain to them what I'm doing there. Anyway, nothing happened. They went away, and that was the end of that. And I thought whether it was after that, when I questioned John Michel about it, that he told me that there were all brothels round all these buildings round about the shop, you know. So that were exciting.
Wandering round a room in your underpants, dodging spotlights.
I know. And then I said he realised that he was having problems with some of the pianos he'd sold, and he'd take me out to regulate them, to sort them out, because they'd never regulated them, and they played terribly. So I went out to a few houses and sorted the actions out on them, tuned them. And then he says, tomorrow we're going to Paris. It was a relation of his, he said. And he wanted me to regulate this piano and then tune it. It maybe took me 3 hours to regulate and tune a piano. So we went. He said we're setting off at crack of dawn. Now we were off at the crack of dawn, because it was a fair drive to Paris. This place was on in a Muse mansion on the Champs-Elysées. Yes, I tuned a piano on the Champs-Elysées. Can you believe it? Well, he dropped me off in this place, and there was just the housekeeper was there. She couldn't speak English either. And he showed me the piano, and he said, I'm going off to do some business and I'll be back to pick you up later today. Said it'd probably be tea time. Well, I finished this piano around about 3 o'clock, so I thought I'll have a walk up the famous Champs-Elysées and have a look and see what I think. So I did. I tried to explain to the housekeeper what I was doing. I don't know whether she understood me or not. Right, I was walking up the Champs-Elysées to the Arc de Triomphe, and I was looking around at it and I thought, what's all the fuss about this place? It's not but like Domestic Street in Leeds, is this place. The one thing that used to fascinate me about France was square trees. They used to cut all the trees into cubes, make the leaves, the branches, into a shape like a cube. I'd never seen square trees before. Anyway, I got up to Champs-Elysées and there's all these mad French drivers papping their horns going round Champs-Elysées. You know, the French drivers are crazy. And I walked back again and I hung around in this place. It was a fantastic place. It was marble everywhere. Apparently, the guy, I never saw, I suppose it was a married couple, I don't know, but the bloke was the managing director of it. Would be that the expression for the Dreyfus Bank? I don't know if I've got that right. If ever you've heard of the Dreyfus Bank in
that's what you said.
France or Paris. Anyway, it was getting on. I don't know, it was turned 5 o'clock, getting on, and I was getting really fed up. And all of a sudden I heard this noise. I mean, the housekeeper had gone by then. I was just in the house on my own. And this noise I heard, and what's that? And I saw all these Art Nouveau railing type things coming round over the doors and the windows. It must have been triggered. As it was getting dark, it triggered these things that come over the windows and the doors. I was locked in this place. And I saw myself in this mirror. And I just said to my reflection in the mirror, Trevor, what are you doing here? And I more or less made my mind up that I wasn't coming back to France. I'd had enough of this place. And eventually he picked me up. He picked me up and he took me. We drove, we were getting on. We went for an awful meal. And then he took me down this road where all these prostitutes were, on this famous street in Paris. And he slowed down and he says, you know, this girl draped across the bonnet of a car or something. He says, what do you think? I don't know. Why, what should I think? He said, what do you think that girl there looks beautiful? Well, she looks all right, I said. And he said, it's not a girl, it's a bloke. I was amazed by that. And then we set off back. And God, he fell asleep at the wheel twice. Oh, it was really terrified. I had to wake him up. And he eventually we pulled over into a lay-by and he set his alarm on his watch, 10 minutes or something, kip, and then we set off again. Terrible. That was just part of my episode in France. Not to mention the what do you call them, when I got off the boat, the Customs people, that's it. Thank you, Pat. Customs people. They kept seeing me. They got used to seeing me, and they kept saying, "What What you say you're doing? Going to tune pianos in France? Yeah. Don't they have piano tuners of their own in France that they need you to go? They really didn't believe me, I don't think. And they used to go through my case, all my tools. I don't know what they thought I were up to, smuggling or something.
Yeah, but every time you went to France and you come back and it took you at least 3 days feeling ill, that you didn't want to...
The food didn't agree with me. There were always these rich, everything in a rich sauce. It used to make me ill. Yeah, it
And
did.
we used to go for lunches that lasted 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Wine and...
They'd have 2 hours for lunch and they'd have 2 bottles of wine. I'd go back after lunch pissed. See you later. Bye.